Hi, welcome to another video. It's for a kind of summer evening, date night, glam kind of vibe. I'm going to try and go more natural and glowy on the eyes and do a red lip and make it pop. So if you're interested in how I'm going to create this look, then please stay tuned. First of all, do my skin base. I've already put on my moisturiser, which is Daily's Essential from Nivea. I use this every single day. Then I use concealer under my eyes and kind of in the centre of my face. The concealer that I use is by Collection. It's the Lasting Perfection one. This one doesn't seem to budge all day, so it'll be great for the evening. Let's get going. Next up, I'm going to be using the CYO bronzing stick in the colour medium dark. And I just use this to kind of contour where I would normally want the shadow to be. So under my cheekbones, a bit under my bottom lip and down the side of my nose as well. Kind of just makes it look a bit more contoured. And then I do fill in a bit of on my forehead as well. Then going in with a big fluffy brush to blend it in further. Now that is all blended in on my face, I also use the bronzing stick to use as a primer for my eyeshadow. It kind of gives a bit more depth to the eyelid as well. Just in the crease there, just like that. And then blend it either outwards and kind of pull it across the lid like this. And now that's ready for eyeshadow. I got this metallic eyeshadow called Crush on Metal. It's the CYO and it's really reasonably priced. And again, I go straight in to get the product on my finger and then I just sweep it across the eyelid, focusing on the centre and also focusing right next to the lash line as well. I don't really worry for getting it on my eyelashes because then I'll either go on and use fake eyelashes later or put mascara on top of it or even eyeliner, so we'll just see what the vibe is later, but this is just what I do for now. And then I sort of bring it up into the crease a bit more and drag it out just like that. And then I do the same on the other eye and then I will blend it out with a fluffy brush. So to add a little bit more definition, I tend to go dark or muted brown colour that's not shimmery and go over my eyeshadow. Yeah, obviously. Go into my crease and deepen it up a little bit. I also will then run it underneath my eyes as well, just so there's a bit of something going on down there and it's not too left out. So this brown I'm using is NYX palette, Ultimate Shadow Palette. This is the kind of cool toned one. Yeah, Cool Naturals. And I was only really looking for something with a purple or blue eyeshadow in it. And there's a purple right at the bottom there. And if you have kind of green or hazel eyes like myself, then using colours like this really brings them out because green is opposite on the colour wheel to purple, so it contrasts and makes both of the colours kind of clash. But it's quite a strong brown, this one, so I try and make sure I don't have loads of product on my brush just yet. And I kind of just start in the crease really gently and then drag it back down to the lash line. And yeah, then I use a slightly fluffier brush. This brush is just from a Naked Heat palette, so then I use the other end to kind of blend upwards, just like that. Cool, and then I'm just going to do the other eye. And whatever product is left on the end of my brush, I will then just sweep underneath my lashes. I kind of guide it on gently and then close my eye and just sort of rub it in. It's probably the easiest way because then you know you're not getting yourself in the eye. You look a bit weird, but you know you're not hitting yourself like that. You know you're not going to hit yourself actually in the eye, but I just did, so maybe ignore that. Something like that. So then, I'm not sure if you could see, but I kind of swept it away from under my eyebrows. Just, there's not really any product there, and if I want to go back and highlight that later, which I obviously will want to, then it's nice and free for me to do whatever I want. So the next part I'm going to move on to is the eyeliner. Since this is a date night look, and this is what I would normally do for my date night, I would do a flick or winged eyeliner, and this is probably the thing that takes me the longest because I can never get them even. But as long as one looks amazing, then I'm sure they won't really notice the other one. It's fine. I use one with quite a big point on it, but it's also got a kind of sharp edge to it, and that is the point that I would use to drag it down and sort of pull it in. This is quite tricky. So normally I would do it with my eye open, that is the best way of doing it, and I'll try and match the tip of this to my eyebrow and then just sort of follow it down to my corner of my eye and just sort of press it in. Do this. Bring it in like that, so it's got a nice edge to it. As flicks go for me, that is actually quite a small flick. And then I will just pull it down and across the lash line. We are getting there, we are getting there. That'll do. Next up, lashes. What I use for my lashes every single time I do them is an eyelash curler, and the mascara is the Maybelline Lash Sensation Mascara. I've always used this one. So I'm just going to curl my lashes and let them sit for a second and then go back in with my mascara. I don't think I'm going to use lashes today. I'm just going to keep it natural. My camera cut out, but that's all good. All I've done since is recurled my lashes so they're kind of a bit more pow, and I've also used a cream highlighter to use on the tops of my cheekbones and carry it under the eyebrows. Oh, I also put on some lip balm. I just used a super cheap from Superdrug, I think. It was like 99p or something, just to hydrate, ready for lipstick. Oh, I'm not sure if I showed you. I didn't. I also went in with some moisturizing lip cream, but I used it, I'll show you again, as blusher. And I think this is a great way of doing it because it will definitely last longer and it's quite easy to use. Go in with a big fluffy brush and kind of brush the blush up my cheekbones and blend them out. And finally, I'm gonna go in with the red lipstick. This one I use is from Barry M and it's called Matte Me Up in the colour Paparazzi. Now this is quite a strong red, so you're gonna have to be quite brave with it and really confident and just go for it. So I'll normally just start on my bottom lip. Like, whoa, you know? This is such a beautiful red colour. I tend to prefer a sort of rounded cupid's bow instead of just a like sticky up pointy cupid's bow, so I kind of round it off near the top so there's still a bit of a curve, but then it's nicely rounded off. The great thing about this liquid lipstick is you won't need any liner, and as soon as it dries, because it dries matte, then it's not going to budge, and it's great because you can just drink all night and eat all night if you want to, and it just won't come off. You might want to touch it up a bit later on, but until then you are good to go. This is not going anywhere. This is just drying as I'm speaking, but as soon as it's dried, that's it. No budging. So you guys, I think we're pretty much there. If you're feeling a bit more adventurous, you could get some more gold eyeshadow and just colour it in on there to use as highlighter. Just to kind of complete this sort of natural, summery date night look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and see you again.